The Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.
Hello everybody, welcome along to the Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast, the day where Chang came into our radio studio and shared his favourite YouTube video of all time, a video of a panda masturbating to the soundtrack of Queen's Don't Stop Me Now.
And I wish we had stopped him. Because Chang has been talking about this masturbating panda all day.
He's a simple man, entertained by simple things. As is everyone else. It's funnier for me watching Chang watch the video than it is to watch the video, I think.
Because he gets all sweaty. It's like when he laughs too much, Chang gets sweaty. Have you noticed that?
No.
Watch him. Look at him now. He's just been laughing about the panda. He's sweaty.
He's quite warm,
He's got a little glow going on.
Hey, this is what happened on our show today. This is the Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint
On the edge.
That story about that guy who was apparently lost at sea for 13 months is going pretty viral at the moment. Everyone's talking about it.
It's unbelievable.
Kind of like a real life of Pi. People are calling it Castaway. It's definitely more like Life of Pi than it is Castaway.
I haven't seen Life of Pi because I never went because I thought it was a cartoon movie about a panda.
The book. Oh, really?
Yeah.
The book and the movie are both really, really, really good.
Because the thing that drew me in about this story, it was like the Charlie Sheen story.
Drawed you in?
Drew me in, whatever. It's not a bloody English lesson, guys. I was just excited about turtle blood.
Yes.
Because it was just like Charlie Sheen's Tiger Blood all over again.
So Turtle Blood is part of what... So just to give you some background, the guy's name is Jose Salvador Alvarenga. He's
fake name.
37 years old. He was adrift at sea for, he reckons, 13 months floating across the Pacific Ocean. He said that he survived by eating raw fish that he caught with his hands, raw birds that he caught with his hands, and turtle meat that he grabbed these turtles out, ripped a turtle apart
with his
and
hands.
Nibbled on its meat. When he survived on rainwater, but when there wasn't enough rainwater, he saved some turtle, and he survived by drinking the turtle's blood.
How did he... Oh, right. Gross. I was going to say, it just sounds like he was living a paleo life on this island. but if he was getting the blood out, how was he
was doing a lot of burpees and overhead thrusters with the turtle as well. He's pretty much a CrossFit hero. No, not quite.
It's so weird.
He wasn't on an island. He was drifting, wasn't he?
He was drifting around the ocean, yeah. So it's not like Castaway because he wasn't trapped on a desert island. He was floating across the ocean, and when he found land, that's when he got rescued.
What would he be floating around on?
His fishing vessel, his little fishing boat. It was him, and he's 37. He was out there with another guy. I think he was a 15-year-old boy. He was out there with the 15-year-old boy. Carked it after I think 4 months, or pretty early on in the piece compared to 13 months anyway.
That's the story between him and the 15-year-old boy. They're like, who's going to get eaten here? 15-year-old, you're going down, mate.
That is between Jose and Ezekiel now.
That was going to be my question. What happened to Ezekiel? Did he eat Ezekiel?
No, that is not in the story.
He probably had a bit of a cheeky nibble though, eh?
He probably did, and then he was like, he fell overboard. Whatever, you ate him. Don't even pretend.
He died a delicious death. This is a real morbid thing to joke about, by the way, guys. So
I hate you guys.
I'm sceptical as to how true this story is, but it's still awesome.
A lot of people are sceptical as to whether it's true or not.
He's not skinny enough. He's chubby. He's got a beard, looks like Zach Galifianakis.
Maybe turtles are really fatty.
Yeah.
Maybe drinking their blood is like having full Coke all the time. And calories in, calories out. He isn't doing any exercise.
Whether it's true or not, he has been missing for a long time, and when he washed up, it's obvious that he'd been adrift at sea for a long time. So whether it was, I think the bit they're disputing is whether it's 13 months or not. Either way, he was stuck in the ocean for a hell of a long time. It's a long time to be stuck anywhere. It's a long time to be stuck by yourself, let alone in the ocean.
I would go crazy.
I would go crazy. I would have gone crazy after a week.
I tell you what, my story about being stuck in a fence sounds really lame in comparison to this.
How long were you stuck in a fence for?
Like an hour and a half. It was like this metal fence that overlooked a duck pond down in Linden in Wellington, and I put my head through, and my grandparents almost had a heart attack, and they had to get the fire department to come and snap the bars so that I could get my head out because I was just stuck.
Any lasting psychological damage?
No, but my ears are really small, so maybe it did something to my ears.
Guy, have you been stuck anywhere before?
I've been stuck in the queue at the AA for a long time. Does that count?
I was stuck at soccer practice when I was a kid. My mum took 2 hours to come and pick me up one time. Mum, if you're listening, haven't forgotten about it.
Nothing worse than that, eh?
Traumatic.
Someone in our listening audience must have been stuck somewhere for longer than this, though, right?
Good
There
point.
must be some survival stories. Maybe not 13 months, but were you stuck somewhere notable that's worth sharing? And would you like to air that story of survival on the radio right now?
Yep, and we've got some good ones on the phone. James, where were you stuck?
Hey, g'day. Yeah, I was stuck underneath the car for 5 hours.
So how did this happen?
Trying to repair a brake hose, so I jacked up the car, and I don't have a proper jack, so I just used two-seater jack. And there happened to be the driveway is on a slope. So, when I was underneath, my bum kind of just, just bumped out the car, and it fell. It just fell, Luckily, I got my toolbox there, and the whole car just sit on the toolbox.
Are you a qualified mechanic?
Wow.
Are you a qualified mechanic?
Sorry?
Are you a qualified mechanic? Did you know what you were doing when you checked this car up on a slope?
Well, not really. This was using a scissor jack.
Oh my God! How long were you there for? 5 hours, and then someone came in and found you.
Yeah, it was 5 hours before my brother came back from work.
You're lucky you're alive,
James.
I know.
That is terrible. Oh, well, thank you.
Learn lesson, yeah.
Thank you so much for calling. Just hold the line. We're going to hook you up with our must-have CD. 0800 The Edge. Donna, where did you get stuck?
I got in trouble once as a kid, and did a runner over the back fence as you do.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my skirt caught on the fence as I had jumped off the neighbour's side.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so you were hanging off the fence.
Yeah.
How long were you stuck there for?
I was there for about 20 minutes, half an hour. Mum was on the other side collecting the family first before she helped me to have a laugh and whatnot.
Well, that was a lesson learned, wasn't it, Donna?
Yes.
Did the dog come and lick your face while you were lying there, hanging there?
Yeah, the dog was there, just looking away.
How can you forget that detail? That's the best bit of the story.
Thank you, Donna. And 0800 The Edge. Hamish, where did you get stuck? Hamish!
I got stuck on hold at the edge and I had to hang up and leave.
Hamish is a plumber, and he got stuck underneath someone's house for like 2.5 hours. And then his workmates came back, and instead of getting him out, they all took photos and stuff and left him sitting there for another half an hour. That is horrible.
What else are friends for?
0800 The Edge. Monique, where did you get stuck?
I got stuck in a restaurant restroom for 4 hours.
How? Tell us how you get stuck in a toilet.
Well, I had a few glasses of wine, and I couldn't figure out how to open up the bathroom door.
Aww.
So I just stayed there and I waited for my friends, but they never came. So after 4 hours, I decided to jump over the wall.
Were you that girl that was on Police 10-7 stuck in the toilet in Wellington on Cuba Street?
No, that's not me.
So after 2 hours, you still didn't think, hey, let's jump the wall. You'll think, let's tough it out for another 2 hours.
Well, I thought that they'd come get me. But they didn't. They left.
Did no one else need to use the toilet for 4 hours?
No. It was late night, so there were just me and my friends in a restaurant.
What terrible friends!
And then no one came to help me. They just left me there.
Sad story.
You definitely need new friends. So we're going to hook you up with a double pass to head along to the movies, okay? You're going to get to see Friends with Benefits, okay?
All right, thank you.
Cool. Actually, no, Scott, it's called Now We're Officially Dating. Wrong movie, but we were going to send you along to that one, Monique. Thanks for calling. Oh, man, what sort of friend lands you in a bathroom?
People are texting in like crazy. I was stuck in a cubicle at a peep show once.
Oh, creepy.
I thought the door was locked. The worst part is that the stripper had a beer gut. Stuck in an elevator last summer for 4 hours with a smelly, sweaty plant delivery man. He had to pee into the plants, and I vomited from the stench.
Oh.
I was stuck in a mental hospital for 9 months, and I'm not even crazy.
Okay.
Right.
We believe you. I was stuck in a crap relationship for 3 years.
That's a survival story.
I was stuck growing up in Paeroa for 18 years. If Nelson is a hole, then Paeroa is the Grand Canyon. From Michael. Thanks, Michael.
Well, thank you for your survival stories, everybody. Oh, we never even got to use our survivor music, Sharyn.
Oh, we went to so much trouble to find it.
Still sounds
Perfect.
good, though.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint.
Edge.
Time now for Technolo Guy. It's the informative segment where I tell you guys all about technology and give you hot tips and stuff like that. It's based on Tech in a Sec on Telecom. And I'm just going to throw it out there now, guys. I'm going to be one of those old Luddites who says, technology, is it worth it?
Really?
Is it really worth all the hassle? Emails, are they that good?
I don't enjoy emails.
We don't need them. Do you know that we used to have, before emails, before regular mails as well, we used to have carrier pigeons.
Yeah, that'd make a mess of the office, though.
Yeah.
Electronic mail, how is that possibly better than a mystical bird who knows where my house is? That is awesome. It's like Harry Potter back in the day.
I would enjoy an owl like Hedwig from Harry Potter.
Oh, it would just be so much more of an improvement. And now we just get these boring emails about someone who's parked in the staff car parks at work. It's rubbish. And with that in mind, here's today's Technolo Guy.
Hello and welcome to Technolo Guy. I'm Guy Williams and I'm wearing too much hair gel.
It's hard to believe how far mobile technology has come since the 1980s. Whoa! Now, with so many people owning smartphones, it's easy to forget how quickly we forget that phones used to be the size of a shoe. Look at the size of that phone! Then 2G came along with much smaller phones and text messaging. Dating would never be the same again. It used to be like,
damn, shorty, you look fine.
And then it was like,
oh yeah. Oh yeah, text it, baby.
Now, in 2014, phones are the size of much smaller shoes. And you don't even need to date. You can just go on Tinder and find someone DTF ASAP. Just take a photo of your genitals and write keen with 3 question marks. If they are keen, you're in. And if they're not, don't worry, it's just the internet and not real life. Tinder is a great way for people to hook up without pesky obstacles such as human contact and romance. Just jump on your phone, meet up at a hotel or Christian youth hostel and slap it in there. More importantly, when you're finished with a relationship with someone, just don't text them back. Easy and convenient. One of the best things about living in 2014, an age of iPhones, iPads, and other things, is that you can now spend all of your time indoors isolated from the rest of society. You no longer have to go to a public park or a busy shopping mall to be a pervert. You can be a pervert from the comfort of your own home. You no longer need to stay up late to murder a prostitute. You can now do it online playing Grand Theft Auto, anytime that's convenient to you. Time for my top tech tip of the week. You can save money on buying Kim.com's album by illegally downloading it from his mega website for free. That's all for Technologuy this week. Join me next week when I talk about USB sticks. Where have they all gone? I used to have like 6 of them, and now I have none.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the edge.
I'm moving house at the moment, which is a huge pain in the ass. I hate moving house more than anything in the world. But when
More than anything in the world?
Does that mean that I could get a fork and poke it in places in your body that would hurt, and
If you
would
did that-
still rather move house?
If you did that just once, I would prefer that to the ordeal of
Okay.
finding a house, packing up a house, cleaning a house, moving a house, setting up a new house, changing addresses, being in a new house that I don't like as much as my old house. Stab me
okay.
with a fork once if I can stay where I am.
All right, let's do that tomorrow. Write that down. We're going to stab you in the fork.
When you lift up everything that you own though and pack it into boxes, you find some weird stuff. Mm-hmm. And this actually deserves a little bit of creepy music. Actually, I thought I'd have a look in the attic before we moved house. I thought, I know I haven't put anything up there, but what if there's something cool up there? So I got up there to have a look, and you know how you always envisage finding like an old chest and there's like a pirate map in it or something, and then you and Matthew McConaughey take a float plane and go and find the treasure or something. Close.
Yeah.
I found in the attic a framed picture, and it was a wooden frame it was very old. It started to sort of expand a little bit, and the glass on the front was completely covered in dust.
Yeah.
And this is like a movie. I did the whole like that, rubbing the front of it to see what was underneath it. Underneath this picture was a portrait of a New Zealand soldier off to World War I, that shoot that they do for your family before you board the boat.
Whoa.
And he was dressed in full World War I regalia, and it had a date stamp on it. I forget what the date was. It was when World War I was happening, though. And it was an original signed picture of this soldier before he went to World War I. It had been stored in the attic for years.
Unbelievable.
Oh, that would give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
But what did you do with it? Did you go get it valued? Because they would probably be worth so
It'd be
much
worth
money.
a lot of money.
Well, actually, we had a party on the weekend and someone threw a can of double brown at it and it broke. So we don't.
You probably get. Do you know what? That
shocking.
soldier's ghost is going to come and get you guys now.
You deserve it.
Luckily, we're moving then.
That is
But
so
it was
creepy.
It was weird, eh? Like, it's one of those things you never think you're going to find, but we had look in case we found it, and we found it. And just
Idiots.
seeing it was I don't care that it's gone. Like, it's enough that we got to see it.
That is so. People find some really weird stuff in their houses, though, like creepy things that they just never want to see, and it makes you feel all uncomfortable about your house. And so we want to know today, what are the weird things you've found in your house? So you can call us on 0800 The Edge, or you can text us to 3343. The weirdest thing I found in my house is Guy Williams on my couch.
That was weird.
Especially because he had no pants on, but I went with it.
Imagine if you found
Not true.
an urn of someone's ashes or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yuck.
People will have found some things, especially in those old villas around New Zealand. What have you found in your house? Does it compare with a World War I soldier? Roger, he might have died in World War One. He may have never come back. That could be the last living photo of him.
He may have been haunting that attic.
Could have been.
First caller makes me feel really uncomfortable. 0800 The Edge. Brad, what did you find in your house?
Strange thing a couple of weeks ago. We're right in the midst of renovating the house and came home one evening and the builder had been up on the roof and left a pile of notes that he found sort of tucked away right in the top of the roof. And we got home and started reading them, and they were pretty bizarre. They dated back to, I think, like 1973.
Wow.
All written by, like, an 8-year-old girl in the North Shore of Auckland. I won't tell you the school that I had down, but some pretty disturbing letters in there talking about how much she hated her old man and how her father would go out and track down dogs and cats and cut them up and all this sort of weird stuff. And, it was weird. And the letters just got progressively worse and worse and worse. And she sounded like a young, twisted individual by the end of it.
Oh, Matt, did you have to get your house blessed or something after that? I'd have been so scared.
Yeah, no, well, we certainly contemplated doing it. But no, it's weird. There was about 4 or 5 letters in there. And as I said, they just got worse and worse. And most of them were all along the same lines about her old man finding pets and cutting them up, and then something about having to eat them at one stage. And
eat them?
It was pretty indistinguishable, some of it. It was weird.
Have you ever tried to find her? Like, have you looked her up on Facebook or anything?
Contemplated doing it, but I thought, no, that's a can of worms that I certainly don't really want to open that one.
Yeah, weird.
Oh, that is so gross. Oh, thank you so much for calling us and freaking us out this afternoon, Brad.
No worries, good on you.
No, that is going to give me absolute nightmares tonight. I am not going to enjoy that at all. 0800 The Edge. Sarah, what was the weird thing you found in your house?
Yeah, hi. When renting, we found snakes in a jar.
Living or dead?
Dead ones. So they were like fertility snakes. They used the serum from the snake, the blood and things to make fertility treatments.
Is this in New Zealand?
Well, yeah, the landlords that owned the property had gotten them and imported them from like Vietnam or Thailand or something.
On the black market?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, it was disgusting. We wanted to keep them, but he wouldn't let us know.
Oh, that is so disgusting. We have got some more calls to get through very soon as well of weird things you've found in your house, and they only get worse from here. So if you've got some, call us on 0800 The Edge or text us to 3343.
Getting some weird and wonderful texts as well. When moving into our house 2 years ago, we found artificial legs, 4 of them in our attic. Scared the crap out of the dude installing our Sky.
Rowan, 0800 The Edge, what did you find in your house?
I found an 8-inch dildo in a roof space before.
Whoa! What?
And I went back about 6 months later, and it was still in the roof.
Well, of course it was.
Well, what do you think was going to happen, Rowan? That somebody saw it and was like, I can use that.
Well, we told the owner of the house, and then we found out that prior to that there were, I think, lesbians living in the house.
Lesbians living in the attic.
Probably.
I love how he's like a detective who's got to the bottom of this case. The case of the missing dildo.
Thanks for your call, Rowan.
Solved.
Megan, what did you find in your house?
Oh, well, our next door neighbours, which is our family, moved into the house, and the guy told us that we could use the top of the fridge but not the bottom freezer.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, we'll have a quick look, and there's black plastic bags in there, so I thought, we'll open one, and there's this dead cat in there, frozen, and there's a bigger freezer in there too, and that was just full of dead cats.
Is his last name Morgan?
Pardon?
Nothing, never mind.
Why? What's Morgan?
She was making a Sam Morgan joke, but this is really weird.
That is really strange. And did you ever ask him about the cats?
Well, we wanted to, but we were just like, what's he going to say? We just kept an eye on our cats after that. But
you might have ended up in the freezer next, Megan.
Oh, probably. He's a creepy-looking guy.
That is almost as creepy. Actually, it is creepier than the weird letters that Brad had. It's horrible.
I can understand you, like, if you've got a thing against cats, and people do kill cats, but don't save them. Don't save your dead trophy cats.
Maybe they've got nice meat on them. Who knows? I'm just kidding. 0800
Chang's ears have perked up.
0800 The Edge. Ali, what did you find in your house?
Heaps of old marijuana clippings.
What? So you found a whole lot of, like, weed in your roof?
Yeah, it was like an old growing operation.
Did you move into a former gang pad?
I think so.
It sounds like the plot to Scarface.
Yeah, it was great. I think we're the drug lords now.
Yeah. Where do you live?
We live in Blockhouse Bay.
Oh, you don't tell me where you live. That was a trap.
See you after
Come
work,
round, we got
Elliot.
the best weed in West Auckland.
Thank you for the call.
All the texts we're getting are super weird and creepy. We were cleaning out the deep freezer and found a 10-year-old placenta.
Oh, I'm so glad you finished that sentence with something.
Same.
When I was younger, we were cleaning out the attic of a mate's. There was all this mongrel mob stuff tagged all over the place and Nazi stuff with a massive meat cleaver.
Weird.
That would be so scary. Oh, someone's just written in, found a key that unlocks and drives my Toyota Corolla. Bro, I think you just found your car keys, bro.
No, that happens sometimes. Yeah, okay, no.
An antique car key. Either that or he's just a bit confused.
All right, hey, thanks for your text and your call.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint's Edge.
Now, we've got our first complaint, and thankfully it wasn't about me, which is probably going to change after that last 30 seconds. But we've got a complaint since our TV ad.
Technically, is it about me?
It's definitely about you, Clint.
But not really,
It's
though, like-
definitely about you, Clint. And it's this TV ad that we've got out. The font is a little unfortunate because we've made jokes about it before, how Clint's name in capitals looks like a naughty word that starts with C.
Yeah.
And so it's on this TV ad and people are making the jokes about it. You can see an example of it on our Facebook page. And now on our website as well, it looks exactly the same. And to the point that we've got a complaint about it.
This came in overnight from Jackie.
Hi, I've just been on your website and been distracted by the word Clint, i.e. Guy, Sharyn and Clint. It is cringeworthy. I admit I don't listen to their show, so I cannot attest to Clint's personality. Maybe he is a maybe it's just a poor choice of font. Maybe it's not a good look splattered across your website. Kind regards, Jackie.
Dear Jackie, thanks for your letter. And yes, you're right, Clint really is a... No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. You're not at all.
Not fair at all. Now, this got brought to my attention on Twitter a couple of weeks ago. I said I'd remedy it. I have done nothing. I don't even know how to use the internet. So sorry for anyone who's been offended by this rude word.
It's only in capital letters. Like, you can try this. Write my name down, Clint, in big, bold, capital letters. Don't put the two strikes on top of the I, and you'll see exactly how this happens. You think they would have figured it out by now, eh? Just put my name in lowercase letters.
Well, maybe people just aren't expecting to see swear words. I mean, we have spoken before. Your name is actually Clinton. Maybe we should just start calling you Clinton.
Guy, Sharyn and Clinton. I like it. It's much better.
I prefer
Sharyn and Clinton.
I prefer Guy, Sharyn and
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the Bloody Edge.
Facebook, the website, not Facebook, the Book of Faces, has turned 10 years old today. We wish you a merry birthday. We wish you a merry birthday. We wish you a merry birthday. Merry birthday to you. Sharyn almost forgot how that's the birthday song goes.
I was like, how did the rest of that go?
Facebook turned 10 today, and to celebrate, we decided to invent this game. We call it Facebook Time Machine. Basically, if you're too poor to afford a DeLorean like Marty McFly from Back to the Future, you can go back about 5 years or so in your crappy Facebook Time Machine by scrolling back through your timeline and getting back to your first Facebook post, and it is an absolute blast.
It is an exercise in self-reflection and realising how much of a douchebag you were 5 years ago.
Because I remember when Clint and I we were both working at the Edge. We just started and we got Facebook. Both of us, let's be honest, we were losers when we first started working here. We haven't
still
even improved
losers.
that much. So what was your Facebook status? Because I imagine it would have been something
Me?
douche lordy.
It was 2008 when I joined Facebook, and it was the year that Barack Obama was running for president.
Good year.
My first Facebook status was racist. It said Clinton Roberts, because you always, back then, it had Clinton Roberts is, and you always wrote what you were doing. That's how status updates worked. It said Clinton Roberts is hoping for a chocolate president.
And then one person just wrote under that racist,
Yeah, positively racist, but at the same time, it's still racist.
Mine was really lame as well, and I realised I was such a nerd, but thought I was a real badass. Mine was is determined to finish Harry Potter by midnight, and I was reading the last Harry Potter book.
Did you get any likes?
Yeah, I got it. No, I didn't get any.
No likes.
Actually, nah, I didn't. What about you?
I wrote Jonas Brothers Rock. Also got no likes.
Was that your first Facebook status update?
No, my first one was I was writing about my strategy that I thought was genius at the time at university.
Yeah.
It was, if you write your exams really messy, they can't be bothered reading it and just give you a B.
So you were sharing
That
advice.
is a good point.
I tweeted that out earlier and someone wrote, my friend tried that and they gave him an F.
We've been running this as a hashtag on Twitter this afternoon just to get you to delve back in and look at what you were doing.
It's so
back
interesting.
Then. Yeah, the hashtag, you can have a look at it and read through it if you like. You can also contribute to it on Twitter or on our Facebook page. The hashtag is FB Time Machine.
Some goodies on Facebook that we've got already is from Eve Mackenzie Book. She said, albino, more like Albini, yes. That was from September 2009.
Remember in 2009, albino jokes were all the rage.
Because of the Da Vinci Code movie.
I've never seen that. There was no love story.
Fair enough. You don't want to tune into that. Please text in your Facebook time machine moments or call us on 0800 The Edge.
Roseanne, what was yours?
Oh, sorry, Roseanne. Go again now. What was yours?
Oh, mine was in April 2009.
Yeah.
And it was, today is my second to last day in Dalian before traveling up to Beijing to continue my adventure in China.
Oh, lengthy.
Yes. I actually won a ticket with my work, and then I asked everyone if anyone wants to come with you, but they can't afford, so I went by myself.
No one wanted to go to China with you.
No, they were like, China. I was like, yeah.
Back in 2008, people didn't understand what China was.
No,
It's
my
okay.
friends were like uni students as well, so I was like, oh well, if nobody wants to come with me, then I'm going to go by myself.
All right. Hey, thanks. Thanks, Roseanne.
Georgia, take us back in your Facebook time machine. What was your first status?
Georgia is voting for Ollie for the next top friend.
Oh,
that competition we did with, yeah.
That was ages ago. Are you regretting that vote now for Ollie?
Yeah.
Well, I'm fairly sure I'm signed up for Facebook to vote for him.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're glad that we got to introduce you to Facebook.
Yeah.
And sorry for pushing Ollie on you.
Still friends with him on Facebook.
I know, right? So is everyone else.
We've got some off our Facebook page. One comes from Jessie Hasty. It says, I'm starting to like Facebook a little bit more than Bebo. Oh, my.
That was the big transition, eh? Getting across from Bebo.
Yeah, and MySpace. I was all about MySpace.
And coping with not having any love to share each day on Facebook.
Another one was Michaela Hilton. She says, I think Mika is a genius. And
Mika.
I think she was talking about that singer like, I could be anything you want. Did that song and you get that, because you are beautiful. So he was a terrible
It's
musician.
so great.
Anyone else remember him?
It's so. I remember him well. It's so great. The bands that you think are forever. Like I loved MGMT more than life itself. That was embarrassing.
Like people who got a Lady Gaga tattoo. She is changing the world.
I tell you what, I'm pretty glad I didn't get my Avril Lavigne star tattoo I was going to get. Jordan Patterson said, ha ha ha, mine was, I had lunch with a surfer at the dinner table because I'm cool like that. What an awkward thing to say, Jordan. Awkward.
Some on the phones right now.
0800 The Edge. Suzette, what was your very first Facebook status?
My very first Facebook status was from the Amazon in Brazil, letting everyone know I was still alive.
Ah, so you were doing the Facebook brag right from the beginning.
Yeah, it was. Well, I lived in Canada at the time, so it was my way to share everything with my family and friends back in New Zealand as well.
Oh, awesome! Well, thank you so much for calling through with your one.
Cheers, thank you.
What about you, Ashley? What was your first Facebook status?
To my fellow farm towners, could you kindly send me hedges as gifts as I'm rearranging my farm?
Classic. Farmville.
That is a classic Facebook status. Thank you so much, Ashley.
That's all right.
Stacey, you've got to compete with that. What is your first Facebook status?
It was about 6 months after I joined it, and it's Have You Ever Searched Your Own Name? There are 10 pages of Stacey blah blah here.
On Facebook?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You must have a very common name.
What's your last name?
I can't say.
No.
Are you a secret spy?
Carver. No, not at all.
Stacey Karma.
Carver.
Oh, Stacey Carver.
I never had any, when I did try and do that and search myself, I could never find another Sharyn Wakefield.
There's not one.
No, there wasn't. There is one in the world, and she's a ballerina, but there isn't one on
because of the way
Facebook.
you spell Sharyn, it's weird, right?
Yeah, it is weird.
There's a lot of Stacey. I'm looking you up now. There's a lot of Stacey Kavanaghs, but not a lot of Stacey Carvers.
10 pages when I looked.
Wow. Okay. Hey, thanks for your call, mate.
I'm looking you up, Stacey. I'm looking you up. I'm on the internet now. I can see you. You look great in a swimsuit, by the way, Stacey.
I never found her.
That was so creepy.
It's not that creepy. I couldn't
Stop
find
creeping
it.
out our callers.
Creepy Clint.
Here's a good one. Why does that thing say that I've been voted to drink the most? I love those statuses and stuff like that you get.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you get voted as the person who drinks the most. That's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
That's right.
On here without my parents' permission, such a rebel, lol. I wish there was a dislike button on Facebook so I could write your face and then dislike your face.
Classic
Facebook gag. I'm a MySpace girl. Be patient. I'll get the hang of Facebook soon. Brackets, I hope. I can't imagine what it's like to be in a wheelchair, but if I was in one, I'd definitely say, let's roll everywhere I'd go.
Oh, my God.
Rehabbers for quitters. Kelly Osbourne rocks. She does not rock.
That would have been when her music career was out as
in
well.
2008, that was a classic.
Papa Don't Preach.
Yeah.
That was a classic track as well.
She ruled.
All right, there you go. There's something for you to do tonight, to take a ride back in your Facebook time machine.
Just don't ever look at the photos, because I just went back and looked at my first profile picture. It's a picture of Dom kissing my face, and I'm dressed up as like a try-hard Veronica.
Click on pictures of you, and then instead of clicking forward, click backwards, and you will see probably the worst picture of you on the internet right now, the oldest picture on Facebook.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the Edge.
I've got some feedback from my mum via email. She says Technolo Guy was a bit gross, but she thinks Guy, Sharyn and Clive is a good show. Sorry, Clive, mate.
Clive, that's better than like what other people think your name is.
It's an improvement on the C word.
I tell you what. Clint's mum, I was going to call you Clive then as well. Clint's mum, Colleen, is not going to be happy about your mum calling him Clive. We're going to have a battle of the mums.
My mum texted in a couple of times, so she's like, I actually named him Clinton. Please refer to him as Clinton.
Well, we can refer to you as Clinton if you want.
At least it's good to know that our mums are listening to the show.
It's good.
I shudder to think.
Listening.
Who else is going to listen?
I shudder to think of the things they've heard so far. Mum, I'm sorry if you're scarred for life.
If mum won't even listen to the show, then we do not stand a chance. Put it that way.
Well, if that's true, then we don't stand a chance, because my dad's already told me, can't listen to you on the radio, Sherry. You're a bit inappropriate. I've learned too much about you. I was like, okay.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the Edge.
And it is our favourite time of the day. The time of the day where we get to give something awesome away.
It's time for New Zealand's favourite low-cost game show.
Win
Clint's
By the way, you've never given anything away on this.
But we're going to. We've made the questions easier today because everybody said our questions were too hard.
I'm sick of people giving me crap, right? I'm sick of people giving me crap. I've done name All Blacks. I've done name. You say we name capital cities, and someone goes in New Zealand. Oh, there's only one in New Zealand. It's got to be worldwide. I said name fruits. We couldn't get that one. We were very close when I said New Zealand cities.
So let's be aware here that they are already easy, and don't go making them any easier, please.
But it's not my fault I can't give it away. I'd love to give it away.
You're not the game maker of this game.
I own the car.
Shh. All right,
All
we
we
ready?
want is for Clint to walk to work. All right, do we have someone on the phone?
Yes, we do. So the key to this game is you have to give 9 answers to the question that Guy gives you, and you have to do it in 10 seconds. 0800 The Edge. John, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Are you feeling lucky?
I hope so.
John, what do you drive at the moment?
Subaru Forester.
Oh, mean. That's better than my car. You don't need my car.
Yeah, but my partner's moving up from Greymouth on Thursday and she doesn't have a car.
All right, give him his question.
Hopefully this works. Okay, good luck, John. Here is your question.
Okay, John.
All right.
Name 9 New Zealand bands. Go.
She had Pacifier, Feelers, Split Ends, Scribe, Goodnight Nurse, Somerset, bloody Benny Tiffany,
Stop, John.
Stop, John.
Good effort, John.
We had to put you up on 2 things. Pacifier and Shehard are the same band, so technically it's one band.
Oh, well, remember, if we do have deliberations, Chang decides, so Chang probably wouldn't see it that way.
And also, you had some solo artists in there, not bands.
Scribe's a band.
Oh, they play with live bands, though, don't they?
Yeah,
that is
good
true.
point.
Although
So, John, no good. See you, mate.
He does get double points for saying Somerset, though. They were a wicked band. We've got Sherry on the line now. Here is your question.
Sherry, you ready to go, Babs?
Are you there, Sherry?
Yeah.
Hello,
Okay,
Sherry.
here we go. You ready?
Sherry is not ready to go. Sherry, what would you do with the car if you won it?
I'm going to win it for my boyfriend.
Oh, good luck, Sherry.
Can I be your boyfriend?
No.
She's got standards.
I love how blunt she was. Sherry, name 10 New Zealand female celebrities. Go.
Oh my god, Paige Harab, Siobhan Rukiri,
Trick question.
no.
Trick question, there
Sorry,
are none.
Sorry,
Samantha
Sherry.
Hayes.
You've missed out on that one. We're going to go to our last
The lady from the Briscoes ads.
person now. Irene, are you ready to play 9 and 10 to win Clint's car?
I am.
Okay, here we go.
Irene, name 9 NRL teams. Go.
What? I don't know. I give up.
Just name animals.
Cat, dog, mouse, deer, lion.
There used to be a team called the Bears. Do we give her one?
No, we don't give her anything.
I'm sorry about that, Irene. I have to cut with my questions beforehand, and it was quite a manly one, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
You know what this means, folks at home? Tomorrow we are going to once again play the game. Win
Clint's car.
And if it doesn't go by Friday, it jackpots to 2 cars, and one of them is Sharyn or Guy's.
Yay! No, wait.
No,
that's not good.
No.
The way he did the intonation in his voice made me seem like it was exciting.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
Time for now. Sorry, I didn't even say the sentence right. Time now for the segment that celebrates Chinese New Year.
New Year.
It's so confusing. It's called Chinese News Year. And the star is none other than Chi-Ho Chang.
Well,
Chang,
hello.
welcome to the studio.
Hello.
Chang, what's going on in Chinese New Year, Chinese News Year?
Well, I saw it on TV last night, and I thought I should bring it to your attention.
Oh, so your news isn't even current.
Well, it is in a way. When you think of Chinese people, what's the first animal you think of?
Panda.
Yeah.
Dragon.
You ruined it for me.
Oh, sorry.
Because when you think of pandas, it's only found in China and they get exported everywhere.
What did she ruin for you?
What the animal was?
Yeah.
Oh, so what were we supposed to
You're
guess?
not listening.
No, I was listening. What were we supposed to guess?
Something else.
The only animal that comes from China is the panda. It's the official Chinese panda animal.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I saw this amazing video. Well, it's not amazing. It's a little bit rude.
Yeah.
This I don't know how to say this correctly around 6:30 in the evening. This panda was pleasuring themselves.
Oh, no, this again.
This panda was pleasuring themselves. This is a YouTube clip.
Yeah, hold it together, Chang.
I am holding it together.
Yeah.
And this was on live television last night, and I just burst out laughing. I think my neighbors thought I was crazy when I saw that.
I love how much you enjoy this.
You've told me this story like 6 times today, I've just realised.
I walked into work today and Chang was watching a panda bear touch itself. And he's still enjoying it now, just thinking about watching that video.
You know what's a funny thing? It came with the perfect music with the panda touching itself.
What was the music?
It was by Queen, Don't Stop Me Now.
Oh, stop me now.
And then he's going quicker, and he's slowly, and then he goes.
So this bit the panda's really going for it.
Yeah, really going for it.
To the sound of the beat, or even faster, like a
No, you can't see the hand.
Like a hammer.
You can only see the backside of the panda. We should post the video somewhere.
Should we though?
Well,
I don't want to get banned from Facebook for putting a self-loving panda on.
Hang on. Everyone close your eyes.
Everyone at home.
I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you.
Okay, I want all of you to put your hands above the desk.
Yeah, so I thought that was very funny, like the Chinese news, to bring on the Chinese news, because it's a Chinese animal.
That was the best Chinese news we could do this week. Sorry to all our listeners. Chang watched a video of a panda jacking off.
Sorry to the Chinese community as a whole.
Sign it off, Chang. You have to say, Chi-Ho Chang, Chinese News Year.
There was Chi-Ho Chang, and that was Chinese New Year. Back tomorrow.
Hey! Thanks, Chang.
I love you.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
There you go. That's today's podcast. A day where 2 out of 3 parents of hosts of the show text in a little bit of support.
Not my mum.
No, we didn't get anything from Mary Ellen today. What does that mean, do you think?
She probably she switches off when it gets too crude.
Okay.
So we probably spoke about something crude.
There was a lot of crude moments. Should we go through the highlights?
Yeah.
There was the time I said, slap it in there.
Oh, that was in Technolo Guy, yeah.
Yep, murdering prostitutes.
That was a bit rough. That was definitely crude.
Chang's masturbating panda.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a bad one.
So many memories. So many good memories.
So many great crude memories.
So many things to reflect on. We'll let you do that now, and we'll catch you back again.
Well, we just let them do it, because this is the end of the podcast. They've already reflected on it.
No, they've just taken it on board, and now's the time for reflection.
Right.
Yeah.
Come back tomorrow after you've reflected on it, and we'll have a nice day tomorrow as well.
Subscribe to our Facebook page and our podcast if you want. You can leave a message on our Facebook page. We should get some of those messages into the podcast as well, so you can check them on there. Search Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on Facebook.
Please like us on Facebook, because our boss yelled at us for not having enough friends.
Not a lie.
It's true. He did. He yelled at me before.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast. I like it.